are the New York Knicks. New York girl. For this new season we're about to enter, the Knicks is taking no shorts just like winter. New York, New York.
New York be about the Knicks, huh?
But the best thing about New York City is K-N-I-C-K-S.
Everybody say go New York, go New York, go!
Go New York, go New York, go!
Hey everybody, welcome to the New York Knicks podcast, episode 680, which coincidentally is also the amount of three-pointers the Celtics missed in the first two games of the playoffs.
Jay, is there any truth to the rumor that the Vatican picked the guy they picked because he went to the same high school and same college as Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, so the new pope is a Villanova alumni. So I guess that means God wants the Knicks to win this year.
I think this is the sign from God. Everything's coming together. Our show is ending. God wants the Knicks to win. Everything's coming together.
So
God is like, down by 20, I'll fix this.
So we got a couple messages. A couple of them said don't record because they don't want us to jinx the Knicks. And a couple of people said we can't wait for our reaction to the show. So our Knicks curse is that the day before we record, the Knicks lose. So we're spacing it out. We're doing it on Friday. The Knicks have already won their games, and we're not jinxing Saturday's game because it hasn't happened yet. We will not do an episode Sunday.
Jay's like, do you want to record Sunday? I said, I paid a lot of money to go to the game on Saturday. I'll murder you if you try to record on Sunday.
Yeah, we don't need the curse ruining Saturday's game. So we're not recording Sunday. We are not recording Wednesday.
We'll figure out our schedule going forward. This is we're trying not to curse the team, but we do want to react to two unbelievable games.
Right.
Holy crap.
We can't do the show for 15 years and then not do a podcast during like what might be their deepest playoff run in 20 years. So we're doing what we can.
Oh my God. I mean, the chances of having one 20-point comeback and two in a row, it is mind-boggling. Like we would just have predicted. You and I would have just said like, "Oh, the Knicks are going to win the series." Like, I don't think gun to our head we would have said the Knicks would win this series. How shocked are you, Jay? They're up 2-0. This is my wildest dreams. I couldn't have expected the Knicks to be up 2-0 in the series.
I am absolutely shocked they're up 2-0, but also 2-0 being down 20 points in each game, which has literally never happened in the history of the NBA. Tens of thousands of games. It's never happened. So
if you could get that bet on DraftKings, it would have been like put down $1. Knicks will be up 2-0, both 20-point comebacks. On that dollar, we pay you $1 billion. On that dollar, you get the rights to the entire company.
You get DraftKings if that happens.
Like it's just mind-boggling. Yeah. So I thought coming into this series, I think we said in the last show, if the Knicks are going to beat the Celtics, they need to be at the top of their game, playing near perfect basketball, making their threes, doing everything right.
Yeah.
And so far, I'm completely wrong. It's just play shit basketball for 42 minutes and then pick it up when it counts.
Yeah, so game 2 was their least efficient offensive game of the entire season.
Entire season?
Yeah, they scored less than 1 point per possession, which they did not do the entire season.
Oh, okay, points per possession. I was wondering because I was like field goal percentage wasn't really. That is crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's stuff on both sides. The Knicks can play better. The Celtics can obviously play better. What do you think this is more? The Knicks playing really good basketball, or the Celtics playing really bad, or a combination of the two? What are your thoughts?
I mean, it has to be a combination of the two. I mean, the Knicks really haven't been shooting that well in the series. Game 1, you had like at least OG scoring really well and Brunson scoring well. And like Bridges has been outside of the last 5 minutes of these games or last 6 minutes of these games, Bridges hasn't been very good at all, at least on offense. It is just like the Knicks really aren't. Yeah, the Celtics haven't looked bad except for the last. I mean, you go up on 20 on a team, like you're looking pretty good until you fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I guess like Tibbs has adjusted well. He's done a lot of smart things on defense. He can't force his team to make the shots on offense. But why are the Celtics falling apart like this, Jay? I mean, the Knicks are playing great, but why do you think the Celtics are falling apart?
Well, there's a couple things. One, the Knicks defense has been incredible in the fourth quarters. Not the first
Yes.
three, but in the fourth quarters, just locked down. They stopped the Celtics on 13 straight possessions, which
There was
is
on I think it was Zach Lowe's podcast. He went through the last 13 possessions of the Celtics. I don't know if it was all 13 possessions, but he'd go through what happened on the possession and go, no passes, no
yeah,
passes.
yeah.
It was just like one-on-one action, no one passing the ball over and over again. It was ridiculous.
Because that's the other side of it. The Celtics win games by swinging the ball around and hitting open threes, and they just went all ISO in the fourth quarter both games. Which thank you, thank you for doing that.
There's videos online you can find people like showing like adjustments Tibbs made on defense.
Yeah,
And the last game, game two, they had this maybe the second to last offensive possession. You have Tatum going down the stretch of the floor and dunking, and you're like, shit, why can't we stop that play? Then on the last play, Tatum pretty much goes for the exact same play.
yeah,
The difference being on the play before, you had OG try to meet them. OG tries to meet Tatum mid-court, he gets picked, and then Tatum goes right by Mitch and dunks.
yeah,
The second time, the adjustment really is that OG and Mitch do not try to meet Tatum at the half court. They try to meet up at the 3-point line, kind of closing off Tatum's options. Tatum doesn't want to go. I guess doesn't want to go against Mitch. He goes left instead. OG blocks. OG basically kind of prevents him from going to
Well,
everything's
what
amazing about
happened
that
is,
shot.
Mitch forced Tatum left. If he went right, it was Brunson and Towns. If he went left, it was
Right.
Bridges and OG. So
Yeah,
he,
you're
he
right.
let. I mean, he wasn't able to completely stay in front of Tatum, but he did his job by forcing him left right into OG, and he didn't even see Bridges coming over either. So yeah, just really really nice final play there.
Also, just Bridges, both games ending with Bridges making the deciding play at the end of the game. Like game one, where he ripped the ball out of was it Jaylen Brown's hands?
Yeah.
In game
Yeah.
one,
Yep.
and then game two, he's like, okay, well Tatum's not really passing at this point, so I'm just going to go in there and just swipe the ball. I can leave Brown because I know Tatum's not passing the ball to Brown at this point.
Right. Right. So, yeah, the thing is, the Celtics were a dangerous team because they were very deep. They were like 9 deep. Hauser's out now. Porzingis has got this weird virus thing. He could barely play. So they're down to like 7 guys, which is pretty much what the Knicks are at. So their depth is not killing the Knicks like it was earlier in the season. And people are speculating that maybe Tatum has something wrong with his wrist, which is why he can't shoot, or I don't know. I mean, they're not going to play this bad the whole series, but on the other hand, the Knicks haven't exactly lit it up either. Brunson probably had his worst playoff game like ever in game 1 until the end of the game, until the fourth quarter.
Right.
Towns wasn't good for pretty much the first
Towns was
game.
invisible in game 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, both sides
The Knicks
play
can
a
take
lot
it to
better.
another level clearly on offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The,
I expect game 3 both teams look way better, and it's going to be a much higher scoring game.
You think so?
I do. Yeah.
I'm hoping it would just be great if game 3 is that game where the Knicks finally are just like knocking down all their shots and the Celtics are like still terrible.
I mean,
The
that would be
Celtics have-
great.
The
That would be great.
Celtics, that would be great. Maybe the Celtics can miss only 28 threes in game 3. Each game they take the number of threes they miss a little bit down a level.
Right.
45 to 30, maybe 28 here. By game 4, they're only missing 25 threes. Like, they can do that. I have faith in them.
So I mean, I felt that the reffing was completely lopsided in the first 2 games, to the point where I was like, this series is just rigged. and the Knicks overcame it anyway. I'm fully expecting. We're recording this on Friday. The refs aren't announced till Saturday morning. I'm fully expecting Scott Foster for Game 3.
I actually, I don't know. I don't know if you already know this, but they already announced a couple of the refs. So Sam Hauser, actually, because he can't play, is going to be one of the refs. They're also gonna, yeah, you didn't know Sam Hauser is going to be the referee.
Oh, it's going to be what? Hauser, Paul Pierce, and Brian Scalabrine.
Yeah. Antoine Walker actually is going to make an appearance. He needs the money.
Yeah, I did not think it was officiated even close to evenly. And I think if they have an evenly officiated game in Game 3, the Knicks are going to win by like 15.
I think the refs. I think the refs is like refs are like, we've done our job. This off by 20. There's nothing else we need to do. Oh shit.
Right.
Okay. Well, now this tonight. Last time, I mean, like this, they're not going to blow this thing. Celtics, we're doing holding our we're doing our part. Why can't you guys finish a goddamn game?
Yeah, I mean,
so
go ahead.
So one thing I was thinking the Knicks should do for this game. So do you think Tibbs is going to make any major changes, or should he make any changes for Game 3?
No, I think. By the way, Tibbs outcoached Missoula. We have to give him credit for that. When he was about to put OG back in, and he saw that they were intentionally fouling Mitch, and then he told OG to go sit back down just so they could pick up an extra foul, get in the penalty, and then sit Mitch. That was nice. The Celtics are clearly scared. They don't want Mitch on the floor at all.
Right. Missoula, like, just intentionally going into the penalty, even if you're trying to get Mitch off the floor, seems. Also, it's Mitchell Robinson. It's not like it's not like you have like Shaq out there. They're this scared of Mitchell Robinson.
He feels like their inside game is completely taken away, and maybe he felt like that's why Tatum and Brown were jacking up shots even when they couldn't hit them, because they did not want to go into the paint with Mitch there. So I'm guessing that's what his thinking was.
So here's the adjustment.
He was also saying
I mean,
that
he
was talking about Mitch's
Mitch
plus minus when he talked about that at the end of the game. So
yeah, Mitch is a plus 19, and he mentioned that in the post game.
Yeah.
Here's the adjustment I would make. I don't think Tibbs is going to make this adjustment,
Mm-hmm.
but the adjustment I would make, I would start Mitch.
Well, I mean, we've
What
been
do you think of
talking
that?
about that since before the playoffs even started.
Right. I think that was the adjustment I wanted Tibbs to make for the entire playoffs.
Yeah.
But really here, the benefit of doing that, beyond the fact that like it's giving the Celtics problems, is that if you have Mitch and Towns out there to start the game, you can't in the first minute of the game just start intentionally fouling Mitch.
Right.
So like you're going to be like, well, I'm not going to go to the bonus 11 minutes, like 1 minute or 2 minutes of the game. That'd be insane.
Yeah. Although it would be funny if they did.
It would be really funny. The game starts off, Mitch is on the floor, and they're like, it doesn't matter, just foul it. Like they're like, Tatum, use 4 of your fouls on Mitch right now.
So yeah, it's getting interesting, because if Porzingis can only play like 10 minutes a game, that's a huge part of their offense. And
Does he have that Does he have like the mysterious illness that R.J. Barrett used to get like for a month and a half every year in the Knicks?
I don't know. I mean, he's saying he's like very fatigued and he loses his breath quickly. I don't know, but the Celtics are still like, there's a lot of Knicks fans like saying the series is over and blah blah blah. Let's not get carried away. The Celtics are a really good team, and I don't want to do a victory lap. I am ecstatic they're up 2-0. But I also don't want to. I'm like cautiously optimistic. I mean, how's your confidence level right now?
I'm a Knicks fan. I have no confidence whatsoever. If the Knicks are up 20, the Knicks are up 3-0 in the series, up by 40 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth, I'd be like, shit, I know we're going to blow this. It's going to be so embarrassing when we blow this.
Yeah, we've kind of been conditioned. I mean, even like growing up in the 90s, like Starks 2 for 18 and the Ewing finger roll and the PJ Brown suspensions, and like we're just used to stuff. So, yeah, we're
I would
like
say,
nervous a little bit.
yeah, I would say so. Vegas still has the Celtics winning the series, by the way. You know that.
Well, kinda. The Knicks were like a minus 600, and now they're a minus 100, which means a lot of people are now changing their bets. But
Right. Well, first of all, it'd be weird if they were still minus 600. They're just no. I mean, the 2-0 doesn't even matter.
yeah,
But Vegas still thinks the Knicks are going to lose, and you know what? I'm not going to feel confident until the Knicks have won their third game. Like
yeah,
the Knicks need to win.
they need to win at
I
least
think
one of the
tomorrow.
next two.
Yeah, I almost want to. I almost feel like tomorrow is a must win. I
Hmm.
know it sounds crazy to say that, but it's a must win because like you could step on their throats tomorrow and like put them like they're not coming down 3-0. They're probably not they're unlikely to come back. If it's 2-1, I start getting really nervous. My confidence level goes to like my confidence level just how confident can you be if the Knicks are up 2-1? You're like, okay, now it's gonna be 2-2, now it's gonna be 3. The Celtics have played out the Knicks have not looked good for 42 minutes in each of those games.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's hard to. It's one thing if the Knicks just like flat out beat the Celtics both games, where you'd be like, okay, like fine, the Knicks look like the better team.
hmm
Here it's like two unbelievably unlikely comebacks happen, which is crazy. The Knicks don't. The Knicks do not have another 20-point comeback. Unlikely to have another 20-point comeback in their bag at this point. So they just have to kind of beat the Celtics.
yeah.
I mean, the Knicks obviously have the advantage at this point, but I'm incredibly nervous.
I just want them to have a decisive win. There wasn't a decisive win like in the Pistons series. Like, I just want like a 20-point win. Their
Right.
biggest win of the whole playoffs was 11,
I would
and
love
it
a
was the
20-point
first game
win.
of the playoffs. Like,
Oh God.
I just want a buzzer to buzzer decisive win. Is that too much to ask for?
I was with it. I took my son. Yeah, I took my. It might be. I don't know. I took my son last year to the Indiana Game 7. That was the decisive victory for Indiana. Unfortunately, I'm taking my son tomorrow. This needs to make up for the Game 7. This needs to be just an. It's going to be unbelievable at MSG tomorrow. The Knicks better just goddamn win this game.
So we did all this podcast stuff to not jinx the Knicks, but you're bringing your MSG curse to Game 3.
Yes, yes. I went there also. I when they beat Cleveland in the first like 2 years ago in the playoffs. I was there for one of those games.
Okay.
But I'm trying not to bring my curse with me, Jay. But I kind of just needed to go to the game. I have to be there tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I'll be at Stout
I'm
across
sitting in
the
row
street.
13, by the way. Is that bad luck?
Row 13.
Jay, is it bad luck? I'm sitting in row 13.
Row 13, like bottom section.
Section. No. Up the top. I'm in the in like the 200. It's like up at the top and then towards the corner. But like,
Okay. 'Cause I was like
buying the tickets. I was like,
row
is that?
13. Did you spend $2,700? Like,
I don't think $2,700 would get me row 13.
maybe not. The
Yeah,
prices are like
yeah.
obscene.
No, I should have also like I was watching the prices go up after each game. Holy shit! But no, I was like this was like Wednesday night. I freaked out. It was like I was like, well, the prices keep shooting up. I'm like, this is as reasonable as going to get, and the prices have only shot up since. But I'm in the like the 200. I'm in the 2 something or other,
Okay.
like towards the corner, row 13. Not amazing seats, but we'll be in the building. It'll be good enough.
I'll be across the
Um,
street at Stout, so we'll be in
Okay.
the vicinity. Yeah,
Okay, well-
I didn't check today, but yesterday the cheapest seats were up in that boardwalk by the ceiling, and they were $909. So
Yeah, that's insane to sit there.
yeah,
Like that.
you get like
it's
a stool, and you're like half standing the whole game, and it was $900 a ticket.
But so I know is there any what adjustment do you think Tibbs will make an adjustment? Like starting Mitch would be such a smart move to make. Like the Knicks have also looked really good. Like the plus minus when it's been Towns and Mitch on the floor. I mean, it's not a huge sample size, but the plus minus like it's the Knicks are winning that battle majorly when the two of them are on the floor together.
Yeah, by a lot. I don't think he'll do that, but I think he might go to it earlier than usual.
I hope so. I want to see a lot of Mitch out there. He played 21 minutes in game one, 22 minutes in game two. And I get the whole hack and Mitch thing makes it a little more challenging.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see him play like 30 minutes. I think Mitch has been a big X factor. I don't know why he can't shoot a goddamn free throw. How maddening is it that he can't shoot a free throw?
He airballed one in game two. Like, it wasn't even close.
I think he missed like 10 free throws in game one. The hack and Mitch strategy was just like brutal.
Yeah, he was 3 for
Like,
10
I don't know
in
why
game one. It was he puts no arc. It's just a line drive every time.
None.
Show him tapes of Dirk. Dirk had a really high arc and he shot really well.
Show him tapes of anyone else that's a professional basketball player.
Yeah, seriously. Even Shaq hit like 50%.
Someone called
the guy whose name was
Sports Talk. I was listening.
They invented Hack-a-Shaq for Shaq, and Shaq shot like twice as good as Mitch.
I was listening to WFAN, and someone called up and was like, why can't he shoot between his legs? Like, do like the granny style, and they'll even like have like a marketing campaign. It could be Granny's he's like Granny underwear sponsorship. I don't know. There's something with Granny in it. And I mean, like, realistically, he can't even change his style now. Like, the between the leg thing, like, that style would be great, but it's not like he has time to practice that. They should, you know what they should do? Here's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it. I've got the fix for Mitch.
Okay.
They should put a blindfold on him, spin him around 8 times, and then have him shoot the free throws. It can't go worse.
Probably shoot about the same percentage.
You're like, oh, that shot didn't go in, but he did throw the basketball at Tatum's face. So that's
I mean,
good.
if he's gonna miss them all anyway, you might as well get some entertainment out of it.
Every time he just keeps like pegging the Celtics to the face. And it's like, I really thought that wasn't gonna go in. Sorry,
Yeah.
Sorry, Jalen.
He literally just beans them in the head.
That would be amazing. He just knocks Pritchard unconscious. He's like, oh, sorry, I got Pritchard out for the rest of the game. My bad.
The whole team.
Again, I thought that would go in.
The whole team's injured because Mitch is just winging balls at their heads.
He throws it really hard at Horford's head, and it like actually goes in. He's like, Horford, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to keep going with the strategy.
I mean, you could probably get away with it because his free throws, some of them don't even hit the rim anyway. So you'd be like, no, that was a shot.
The refs are like, I legitimately think he was just shooting the ball there. We think that's just what happens when Mitch shoots the ball.
They do the replay center and they come back and they're like, yeah, no, he just stinks. By the way, I want a big shout out to the replay center for actually giving the Knicks a point for the first time in replay center history. I thought it was just used to take points away from the Knicks, but the Knicks got a point last game. So,
how annoyed were you in the beginning of the game when the Knicks on the first play of the game could not figure out their offense at all on the first play of the goddamn game? OG shoots a shot, makes the 3, and you're like, well, that's coming off. And so they show the score. It's like Celtics 4, Knicks 3. I'm like, it's really 4-0. Then it's like 6. You're like, it's 6-0. The Knicks haven't scored yet. I don't care. And then they take the points away from the Knicks. You're like, God damn it.
They took it away so late too.
But yeah, that was the first. Yeah, the first time this is the first time I can remember where they're like, nope, it wasn't a 2, it was a 3. The Knicks have one more point. And it was a crucial point because the Knicks were making their comeback at that point.
I mean, it was a 1-point win.
Yeah, that was but the replay. The refs are probably like, it doesn't even matter. Let's give the Knicks 1 point here. That way we'll look fair.
Why don't they use that? Like more often.
I don't know. I gotta say the Hacka. I find the whole Hacka thing so annoying. The NBA really should do away with this. Like, I understand the idea that like Mitch should be able to shoot a 3, but like it's so. I think I said this in the previous show, but it's so ridiculous that like you could use a free throw. Sorry, a foul as a weapon in the game. Fouling. It's one thing to foul a guy that like when he has the ball.
Yeah.
To foul the guy away from the ball, and be like, oh, we're smarter than you. We're fouling this guy away from the ball.
How about intentional fouls or 2 fouls on whoever does it?
Also, like, why is it like the only time in the game when you can kind of like gently touch someone and have the whole Celtics team was like, look, we're fouling him. I'm like, the refs wouldn't know it's a foul if you weren't screaming, "I'm fouling him right now."
Yeah, I don't think you should be able to just say I'm fouling him and have it count as a foul.
Yeah, you want to foul him, then let's go by how the game is being ref. Do a hard foul on him and get into a fight. Let's do that. Do a randomly
Because
hard foul on Mitch. He can punch you in the face thereafter. Let's go full 90 style.
well, I mean, there was a play where Brunson could have had drove it to the net, and they yelled out foul, and the whole drive was stopped. So like,
Right. It's so ridiculous.
yeah,
Like in hockey, like hockey is a better system where got a penalty. The penalty is not going to start until the opposing team touches the puck,
mm-hmm.
which is I don't know. Shouldn't be able to use a foul for an advantage.
Right.
But
Yeah, I like that. Continue the whole play, and then if they don't score, then it's a foul.
yeah, exactly. So what's going to win out here? Are the Knicks going to be able to like start making their shots, or are the Celtics going to be like, we're going to finally fix our shitting the bed problem?
I don't think they're gonna fix their shitting the bed problem, but I do expect them to shoot better. I said it before. I think both teams are gonna shoot better.
Yeah, I mean the Celtics really. The Knicks are doing a great. So some of the things to praise Tibbs for is they're going. He learned. He obviously studied the film of like how Orlando played the Celtics and other teams have played the Celtics, and the Knicks are just switching on everything. What do you think about that strategy to switch on everything?
When you have enough defenders that are good at it, yeah, absolutely do that.
It's just like the Knicks are going to be hurt by this. The Celtics, even though they were switching on everything, I guess in game one they claimed the Celtics had like 30 something or 40 something open threes, which is crazy.
No, in game one they took 60, and
yeah.
ESPN said that 56 of them were open.
Maybe
Doesn't seem right to me. I don't think
doesn't
I don't
make
think
sense.
95% of their shots were open.
I know the Knicks aren't great at covering the 3-point line, but I think they're a little better than that.
Yeah.
I thought in the beginning, so game one had the Celtics missing all these threes and just taking too many threes. I thought for game two, the law of average, the Celtics are going to hit more threes. They didn't actually hit a higher percentage, but like the start of game one, it was like the Celtics were like, okay, we did all this 3-point shooting. We've learned our lesson. Jaylen Brown was really driving to the basket a lot, and they were trying to like score in the paint a lot. And I was like, oh shit, the Celtics figured it out. But then they stopped doing that later in the game.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad they're being really dumb at the end of games. I don't know why they're doing it. They're a championship team. They should know to not do that, but I am glad they are.
It's amazing on both games how angry I've gotten, and then found out I'm wrong.
Yeah, I also want to give credit. Brunson played some good defense, especially in game two. I mean, Jaylen Brown was driving right at him, and Brunson held his own. He even got a steal off of a Brown drive. So that's huge, too, because if you can't try and attack Brunson the whole time, like a lot of their driving goes out the door, too.
There's just some funny stats in the series. Like if I told you, if I didn't tell you the outcomes of the games, but I just told you in game one, the Knicks are going to miss 14 free throws. In game two, Josh Hart's your leading scorer. You've been like, okay, we're down to 0-2. What are you going to do? We got to come back now in New York.
Yeah, if you told me Josh Hart was the leading scorer, I would be like, oh, so there was like 30 minutes of garbage time and the Knicks lost by 50.
It's just like I'm like Josh Hart's not going for 40, so something went really bad if Josh Hart is the leading scorer. No, Knicks won the game. Forgetting the down 20 part. Yeah, it was just like I mean, the thing about this series also is the Knicks have to win this series now because the first two games were so much just so amazing to watch. I can't have them be a footnote, basically. I can't if the Knicks lose the series, they come back to these two games, it's like a footnote, like, oh, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If they win the series, these are like just such a memorable this go down the Knicks history as like a memorable series because of what happened.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they lose, it's like, okay, the Knicks put up a better fight than we thought they would. But it's also like, LOL, the Knicks blew a 2-0 lead with home court advantage. So, yeah, definitely want to see the Knicks hopefully just win it out in the next 2 games, but at least win one of the next 2.
Does it make you nervous that the Knicks were up 2-0 last year?
No, because the Knicks had 6 guys injured last year. So, I mean,
That's the right answer.
yeah. I mean, like it's context means something, and the fact that they were up 2-0 last year means absolutely nothing because they had 6 guys. They had 4 guys injured going into the series, and 2 more went down after game 2. So, like, yeah, great. Indiana came back and beat like the Knicks bench, fully healthy, barely in 7 games. Like, whoopee. They're the biggest
felt like
frauds in the NBA, by the way. Now they're beating the Cavs because the Cavs have 3 starters out. Like, first of all,
I don't know if they're frauds. It's not their fault that their opponents are injured, but they're getting pretty lucky.
they're
obviously.
frauds because when they played a healthy team, they got swept last year.
Yeah, again, I just don't think it's like frauds. It's just like they're gotten lucky as far as their opponents. I mean, what are you gonna say?
They're going to play a healthy Knicks team, and they're going to get swept in the conference finals. They're frauds.
That would be wonderful. I want that rematch so badly. I felt like coming into the series, like Celtics had certain advantages that really like gave them big advantages in this series. One of them, I felt anytime the Knicks have played the Celtics in the regular season, or at least like this year, KP Porzingis has been such an advantage. He's been hitting so many threes against the Knicks. He just makes a huge difference on the floor. The fact that he cannot play this series or that's a huge advantage for the Knicks. Like he can play but barely play.
Yeah.
That's huge. And then you pointed out earlier the bench. Like I thought the bench was a huge advantage for the Celtics, but with Sam Hauser injured, it's just Pritchard. Like Pritchard's good, but it's not. I know he's 6th man of the year. It's not quite the advantage that that you thought the Celtics had going into the series.
Right. It's like Pritchard and Luke Cornett and like 10 minutes of KP. Like it's not that intimidating.
Right. I mean, we have on the bench, I guess, Mitch and McBride. I'd say this one's even.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally evened up the disadvantage going into the series.
I mean, McBride's not going to give you quite as much on offense, but the defense is better with Mitch. Like, clearly the Celtics coach is scared of Mitch, so that's a big deal.
People are like shocked that the Knicks are being competitive in this series, and they seem to forget that Mitch was out for the first 4 games against the Celtics. The one game he did play at the end of the season, the Knicks took the Celtics to overtime. So
Celtics were missing. Are they missing KP for that game?
They're always missing KP. I mean, they're missing KP now, so like
right.
They knew that KP was a huge injury risk when they got him. So I can't say poor Celtics. They knew what they were getting into. They gambled, and their gamble's not paying off right now.
Right. I mean, it paid off last year. They won the title last year. But I mean, also like
it's not like the Spurs where they didn't know like Wemby and Fox were going to get injured. Like this was like we know he's injury prone. Let's hope it works out.
In fairness, it's not even he doesn't even have an injury. He has some weird. Maybe he's got mono. Who the hell knows? He's got something that's really making him unable to play. Like
right. Yeah. It's not even
basically
an injury,
making him unable to play.
But I mean, if he was playing 20, 30 minutes, he'd probably be injured by now anyway. So, it's
that is fair. That is fair.
They gotta account for that.
So on the Knicks side, I love like Bridges has been. So first of all, so in game 2, I was watching with my son. My son is like, why do they keep? He didn't even want Bridges on the floor. He's like, why do they keep having this guy Bridges on the floor? He looks terrible. And then suddenly Bridges started like taking over in the 4th quarter. But like, I would love to see. Can we see Bridges play like hit his shots in quarters 1, 2, and 3? Could that be something we could see for next game?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's scoreless for 3 quarters and he scored 14 in the 4th. He's very streaky, but he's too good to sit. And Tibbs knows that.
No, of course. I'd like to see him. He had that game on was it Christmas when they played the Spurs where he was just he could not miss a shot.
Yeah.
Could we have that again?
Yeah.
Can we have that again? Can we have OG from game 1 where he was unbelievable on offense? Towns, can we have Towns bully ball? Towns, when he was taking it inside in game 2, he was really, I mean, it was in the middle of the game when no one else could score on the floor. That was huge. Can we have some Towns bully ball? Can we have Brunson just being Brunson? Like
Towns had 2 or 3 and ones in a row, and then they're like, you know what? Let's go away from this now.
I'm like, this is really working. Can you get him the ball more? I don't know why they stopped doing it.
They went away for like a quarter and a half, and I'm like, but it worked like every time. What are you
But
doing?
by the way, has Towns only shot the three twice? Like he only shot the three twice this series,
Yeah,
and one of them was like a heave at the end of end of a quarter or end of a half,
I think they both were.
or were they both?
One
So
was a heave at the end of the quarter, and one was like at the end of his shot clock. Like he hasn't taken one like legit three this entire series.
I mean, the bully ball stuff was nice, but shouldn't Towns be shooting some threes?
He's got to do one or the other. Like he can't do that like quarter and a half where he wasn't doing either one of those and he kind of just disappeared. Like
I mean, Brunson has to from the beginning of the game. He's got to get Towns involved in the ball. He's got to get everyone involved. Like he's got to look for everyone else's offense first, uh, which I thought he was trying to do a little more in game two.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, Towns has to be a major factor. You cannot have the Towns. I mean, I guess both games were victories, but you can't have Towns scoring like 10 or 11 points. He got 21 points in game two. I'd like to see him get 30 points in game three. He's got to be a major factor.
So if you're a little nervous about the Celtics shooting better, Brunson went 9 for 23 and then 6 of 19. Brunson does not do that in the playoffs. Like he's going to be better. He's
Right.
I'm 100% confident that he's gonna come out shooting much better. Bridges hasn't shot good. OG didn't shoot good in game two. Like the Knicks should look better on offense.
It's a fair point you're making that like the Celtics, yes, they're due, so to speak, for like a good shooting game, but the Knicks have shot poorly also. The Knicks are due for a good shooting game as well.
Yeah. This isn't all on the Celtics' bad shooting. The Knicks won despite shooting terrible in game two. Like the Knicks shot 29% from three and 43% from the field, and the Celtics shot worse, but only slightly. They shot 25 and 36%. So, 29% and 43% is not good. So the Knicks have much more room for improvement.
Do you think if you scrolled long enough on Twitter, you'd find at least one Knicks fan saying that the key to game three would be starting Tyler Kolek?
Probably. I mean, the internet's a cesspool. There's nothing but bad takes on there.
Or someone being like, man, the Knicks would be up even more 2-0 if they had kept RJ Barrett.
Mr. C said Porzingis has the snake flu. And I'm seeing one ticket for tomorrow sold for $31,000.
$31,000?
Yeah.
Do you get to ref the game? What do you get for $31,000? Where do you?
It's got to be like.
How much better of a seat could you get?
It's got to be one of the first two rows. It's probably like Celebrity Row or something, but still, it's insane.
You get to sit on Huck Porty's lap.
I always think it would, like, if I won the lotto, I would try and do that. It would be so funny. It'd be like, oh, look, it's Ben Stiller and Tracy Morgan and Jay and Michael Rappaport. Like, everyone would be like, who the hell is that? I mean, it's a waste of money, but it would be funny.
Wearing your Knicks podcast. Yeah. Well, if you won the lottery, you'd be able to waste money.
Yeah.
That would be great if he's wearing you're sitting. We're sitting together. Like you have the Knicks podcast shirt. I have Break a Sanity shirt, and like they put the camera on us, and they're like, "Nope, never heard of either one."
Right.
Going.
Our numbers still don't go up.
Still don't go up. Yeah. Those two games were just unbelievable. I'm still I'm in shock that the Knicks won these games. I think any true Knicks fan is still just in shock that those two games happened back to back.
Yeah. I mean, I woke up still in shock. I was like, did that really just happen? Or was that like a fever dream last night?
It was like I said to someone like they were like, oh, the Knicks are like they're keeping it, whatever they said to me. And I was like, don't worry, the Knicks are waiting until they're down 20 to come back, but like sarcastically. And then I was like, oh no, that was the case, I guess.
Are you surprised Payne is averaging 4 minutes a game in this series?
What? It's hard to really get mad at say Payne is playing poorly when he's only playing 4 minutes, but he hasn't looked good in those 4 minutes. There's nothing when I've seen him out there. I'm like, we could just not have him on the floor.
I guess that's what Tibbs said too.
Yeah,
I mean, Tibbs
yeah,
is down to a
apparently.
7-man rotation. Missoula's at an 8-man rotation.
Payne shot one like heat check three, and I was like, "What the hell's he doing?" But again, you don't have time to get into a rhythm if you're only out there for 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, I can't
But
really
yeah, I mean,
blame him. He's like, if
this,
this is my only shot, I'm gonna take it.
finally the minutes. Finally, there's no minutes, please. Now everyone's like, oh, it's like kids is like, oh, everyone's doing what I'm doing now, playing
Right.
no bench and playing everyone like 40 minutes a game.
Yeah. Nobody's complaining about the minutes anymore, and it's funny because Missoula played 3 Celtics over 40 minutes in game 2, and Tibbs only played two Knicks over 40 minutes.
Oh,
Yep.
apparently Tibbs is the one that's managing the minutes a little better.
Interesting, isn't it?
There was so some things I forget who commented on the Knicks, but one of them made a comment basically how the Pistons series really got them ready for this series. And I think they were kind of alluding to the fact that like because of how physically tough that series was, the Knicks basically are just playing tougher basketball than maybe they would have if not for the fact that they saw how the playoffs were being ref. They saw what Detroit was doing, and they kind of brought that to the series, which has been working well against Boston.
It could be. I mean, I think the Knicks were in a tougher fight than they were expecting. Um, I it's a combination. I mean, I think there's that. I think Orlando kind of helped set the blueprint of what to do against the Celtics, so I think that helped as well. And I think the Knicks were just they had this potential in them all along. I mean, they still haven't reached their potential. The offense still looks bad, but I feel like the defense is clicking at the right time. We didn't see the defense look this good in the regular season. I mean, 105 and 90 for the Celtics. That's awesome defense. So I think they're kind of like
Yeah.
figuring things out like that. I mean, the Celtics averaged 116 points a game in the regular season. So that's a significant
Yeah.
downgrade in points.
It's been really a crazy. It's been crazy. So I'm going to do my best, Jay, not to jinx us tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll tell you one. I have a Knicks shirt. I started wearing that Knicks shirt I wore it for Detroit Game 6. Knicks won that, and then I just worn it for every game so far. I've worn it for the last. I haven't washed it yet. I'm going to wear it tomorrow. I'm not going to wash it. This shirt is going to break. It's going to break the jinx.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll all be blaming you if the Knicks don't win tomorrow.
You don't believe in my shirt?
I'm just nervous about tomorrow's game.
I have a shirt. I have a good lucky shirt. The lucky. Oh my god, I'm nervous about tomorrow's game. How could I not be?
Yeah. I mean, I'm ecstatic they're up 2-0, but like, I'm just nervous. Like they're all just gonna shoot really well, and they're gonna hit like 35 threes, and but again, the Knicks could do the same thing. So
Like maybe this will happen. Celtics will come out on fire. The Garden will be like, "What the hell happened?" Like the Garden will just be like, people will be like, "What's going on?" The Knicks will be down 40 points going into game to get to the fourth quarter, and then pull up the greatest comeback in the history of sports.
it would be hilarious if they did it 3 games in a row. I mean, at that point, like the Celtics would just be mentally destroyed.
Celtics just say no mas to them and choke for game 4.
Right. So we got to get going. Do you have any thoughts on the other 3 series right now?
None. Well, Pacers are up 2-0. That should be interesting. They're playing tonight. I think the Pacers are going to beat that. It's not going to be a 4-0 sweep, of course, but like Pacers in 6.
Probably, yeah. Cavs got some bodies coming back, but it's just Pacers are clicking at the right time.
Minnesota won last night. The Golden State's without Curry for a couple
That
games,
series
right?
is over. The Celtics are. I mean the Warriors are absolute garbage without Curry, and
Yeah.
he's going to be out at least 2 more games. By then, I mean Minnesota's definitely going to win the next 2. So it'll be at least 3-1 before Curry comes back. He might not even be back for the series. They're finished.
That is a brutal. I wanted Minnesota to win that series, but not that way. That's terrible.
By the way, Randall's playing really good, really good.
Yeah, he had a great game last night.
He was good the whole first series. He wasn't great like game 1 of the Warrior series, but that was his only bad game of all the playoffs so far.
Yeah, go Randall. Dante was good also, just not Dante had the best offensive game, but he looked pretty good out there otherwise.
Yeah, his shooting's been off, but he's been doing everything else.
Yeah. OKC, it's 1-1 against Denver. Denver had a nice come from behind victory against OKC in game 1, and then game 2, OKC slaughtered them.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to be a 5-game series? Do you think, or Denver's going to really make a series of that?
I think it's going to be a series. I think Denver is at least pushing it to 6.
I would think so. I think maybe, yeah, probably like 6.
It would be
maybe 7. Maybe 7. I mean, you're going against Jokic. I mean, like, Denver's a pretty good team. I know they're not the team they won the championship, but they're still a pretty good team.
Man, I would love to see Knicks, Pacers, and Nuggets, Timberwolves. That would be such an awesome conference finals.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. This has been a really good playoff so far.
Yeah. And this round is shaping up to be pretty exciting. I mean, we could have a bunch of upsets. So, hopefully the upset train continues.
Yes. Okay, I think so. I think Jay, you and I are predicting the Knicks win tomorrow and Knicks in 4.
Yeah, I mean we got to, right?
I'm sorry, that didn't sound like you believe. I believe, Jay. I'm sorry you don't.
Okay, no, the Knicks are winning. You heard it.
Look, Jay, I bet you're in all the money for your card game on tomorrow's game. So just letting you know.
Excellent. All right, so we're nyknickspodcast@gmail.com, nyknickspodcast on all social media. We do have a Discord. You can see that in the show notes. Somebody joined yesterday and said they've been listening since Linsanity, but just found the Discord and right before we quit the show. So don't worry.
Perfect.
I chat with everybody in the Discord during the games. So if you want to join and talk, we'll be doing that. I might be a little quiet tomorrow because I'll be at Stout.
And
but,
when we say quitting, we're
a soft quit. we might still pop in back here.
Yeah, soft quit. We're doing a soft quit. We might have some episodes. Yeah, here or there. Okay, go Knicks.
Go Knicks. We'll see you all next week. Nowhere near a game, so that we're not blamed for jinxing the Knicks. But we'll figure it out.
But my lucky T-shirt's gonna get us through. Jay.
All right. If the Knicks win tomorrow, you're never allowed to wash that shirt again.
Yeah, I think I might do that either way. But go on.
All right. We'll talk to you all next week. Goodbye, everybody.
I love